Welcome all of you to EduSat teleteaching program. Children, today we shall discuss non-finite verbs. So, before discussing about non-finite verb, it is necessary for you to understand what is finite verb. So, there are number of verbs, that is transitive verb, intransitive verb, main verb, auxiliary verb, primary auxiliaries, modal auxiliaries and finite verb and non-finite verb. So, what is a finite verb? Finite verb carries tense and agrees with the subject in number and person. Suppose you take a example, Ram saw a tiger. So, Ram is the subject, Ram saw verb, tiger object. So, Ram saw a tiger, that is what I told you, finite verb carries tense and agrees with the subject in number and person. So, if you analyze the sentence and you are asked to find out the tense and form of the sentence, definitely you will say that the sentence is in past tense form. That is, Ram saw verb tells us that it is in past form. So, you can turn the sentence into present. If you will be asked to turn the sentence into present, then what you will do? Ram sees, that means only this verb can be changed to past or present, that is she saw, see. So, such type of verbs are called finite verb, that means it carries tense. So, take another example, Ram writes an essay, that means or Ram is writing an essay. If you turn the sentence into past, Ram was writing. So, this verb carries tense is becomes was, like this. If you write children write essays, that means children write essays, they write, they wrote, children write, children wrote, that means write turns to wrote again comes to write. This verb can be changed to past or present. So, finite verb always carries tense. And then second point, it also agrees with the subject in number and person. Let us see how it agrees with the subject in number and person. I am a teacher. You see. So, this is finite verb. Again, I have been teaching. You mark two sentences. One is I am a teacher, the second one is I have been teaching. Suppose I have been teaching English, suppose. I am a teacher, I have been teaching English. You see, so I told you finite verb agrees with the subject and carries tense. So, this is finite verb. We have to prove that it is finite. How? Because it carries tense. That means tense either past or present. Third form is not tense. We have two kind of tense, one is present and past. So, here the sentence is in present tense. So, to test it whether it is present or past, let us turn the am to past, that is I was a teacher. So, this be verb can be changed to was and am now. Again I told you it agrees with the subject in number and person. The subject is first person singular number. If I change the subject I to we, then this verb will be we are. That means, the moment I change the subject I to we, verb also changed, am to are. That means, finite verb carries tense as well as agrees with the subject in number and person. So, when the subject was first person singular number, it agrees with the verb am. Again, when the subject changes to first person plural number, now the verb agrees as are. So, finite, this is the nature of finite verb. In a single verb form sentence, here is a single verb only, one verb agrees with the subject. Where there are number of verbs, we call it verbal groups. The first verb is always finite verb. The first verb in the verbal group is finite verb. Let us see. You see, I have been teaching English. Here, have been teaching. You can see three verbs here. So, we call it verbal groups. So, this first verb is finite verb and been teaching, the other verbs, that is called non-finite verbs. So, when there are verbs, we call it verbal groups. In a verbal group, the first verb is finite verb. First verb is finite verb and the other verbs are non-finite verb. Now, you might have understood, you must have understood the finite verbs. So, what the finite verb does in a sentence? What is the function of finite verb in a sentence? But our topic is non-finite verbs. So, without understanding finite verb, it will be difficult for you to understand non-finite verb. Now, here is one verb, so it is always finite. There is no non-finite verb. Here are three verb forms, that is verbal group. The first verb is finite verb, that is I had been and I have been. So, have can be changed to had in the past verb, like that, and been teaching are the non-finite verb. Understand? So, today we shall discuss non-finite verb forms. So, non-finite verb form means there are number of non-finite verbs. So, the nature of non-finite verbs, the kinds of non-finite verbs, how it is used, we will discuss one by one. Let us study the sentences first. Let us study the sentences. So, now to conclude, the finite verb and non-finite verb can go together, can come together in a sentence, or only can a finite verb can also come in a sentence without non-finite verb. That means, if there is a finite verb, there may not be a non-finite verb, but if there is a non-finite verb, there must be a finite verb. Understand? So, let us see how the sentence have been written with finite and non-finite verb forms. Let us see. I felt ashamed to face Mrs. Bethy. I wrote a letter announcing my departure. She could have been laughing at us. I want my friend to get the medal. The teacher wants Ram to write. Ram will be capital letter here. The teacher made Ram write the letter. We found on Ram's table all the exercises completed. So, these are the sentences and some words have been underlined. In the first sentence, here you see I felt, one verb, felt is also verb, ashamed, to face another. That is, if you turn the sentence into present, you see I feel ashamed, I felt ashamed. So, this is finite verb. Why? If you turn the sentence into present, this verb form will be changed to present, that is the first root verb, that is I feel, felt. That means, this is definitely finite verb. Then to face, another verb, that is underlined. This is non-finite verb. In case we change the tense of the finite verb, the non-finite verb remains unaffected, nothing is affected, its form is not changed, it is as usual. So, it is always remain the same. When the finite verb is changed, it is not affected. That means, non-finite verb remains inactive, whereas finite verb remains active in a sentence, right. Then read the second. Wrote a letter announcing my departure. She could have been laughing at me. I want my friends to get the medal. These are the sentences, and some of the verbs have been underlined. That is, in the first sentence, to face, announcing, laughing, to get, to write, then write, and completed. So, the varieties of kinds of non-finite verb in different sentences varies from one to another. So, this is variation is called kinds of non-finite verb. You can find 4 kinds of non-finite verb. We have 4 kinds of non-finite verb. One is to infinitive. Let us see, non-finite verb in the above sentence have been underlined, but we find difference in those verbs. What I told you. So, considering such differences, finite verbs have been classified into 4 groups. We have classified finite verb into 4 groups. That is, first one is to plus verb, that is to infinitive. I told you before showing you the non-finite verb forms that where there is non-finite verb, there must have been a finite verb. So, finite verb is there. After that, non-finite is coming. So, after finite verb, there are some verbs that carries to before it. We call it to infinitive or to infinitive else. Then bare infinitive without to, without to verb is coming, that is called bare infinitive. Then third one is ing form. Then fourth one en form means third form of the verb, or we call it past participle form of the verb. Okay. Now, you see, I felt ashamed to face Mrs. Bethy. Here you see sentence, that is to infinitive, this is to infinitive. The face is the verb, this is finite verb, this is non-finite, and before it to coming, that is called to infinitive or to infinitive else. Okay. Then second one, announcing, what I told you, that is wrote is the finite verb and announcing is ing form of the finite verb, no to is coming. This is ing form of the verb, announce, announcing, like that, that is ing form. Then she could have been laughing at us, that is could have been. She could, can, this is finite, could can be changed to can when we will change the sentence into present. Then laughing, laughing also non-finite verb, have been laughing group, that is ing verb. Now, we see the teacher wants Ram to write, that is also to infinitive, to plus verb, underlined. The teacher made Ram, Ram will be capital letter, then write the letter. Here bare infinitive. You see, here you can see the teacher made Ram write. This verb is non-finite because without to, there is no to before it. So, we call it bare infinitive. Okay? We call it bare infinitive. So, we got 2 types of to infinitive, bare infinitive and ing form. The rest one is en form or past participle form of the non-finite verb, or third form we can say. We found on Ram's table all the exercises completed, completed. This one is finite verb, found, find, and this one is non-finite, that is in third form of the verb, that is completed, that is called en form or past participle form of a finite non-finite group. Okay. Okay, children, now you see these points you should remember. You should remember the important points. The kinds of non-finite verb depends on the finite verb I have already told you. If there is a finite verb in a sentence, there may not be a non-finite verb, I told you. Okay, dear children, now you see some of the points you have to remember. You have to remember some important points. Now you see what I have already discussed you. It is there for you. The kinds of non-finite verbs depends on the finite verbs. So, if there is a finite verb, what should be the kind of the non-finite verb? That means, finite verb always follows a non-finite verb. Whether the non-finite verb will take the to verb form or where or en or ed verb, that is the thing. Then, if there is a finite verb in a sentence, there may not be a non-finite verb, but if there is a non-finite verbs, there must have been a finite verb, what I have already told you. But this is most important, because the finite verb follows the non-finite verb. What kind of finite verb we will find in the question, so that we will put the different type of non-finite verb, whether we will put to infinitive or where or ing or en, that depends on the kinds of finite verb. Okay. So, here are some tricks I am giving you to remember. It is also very important points. So, you see children, here is a trick for you to remember the kinds of finite verb to follow the non-finite verb. What I just before this explained you in a shortcut manner, just like a formula, I have set it for you. LHQ, LHQ, what you have read in mathematics. HQ means 3 times H, you will take 3 times H. LHQ, 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 MSWN. So, each letter stands for a element. L stand for let, H stand for what? You see, L stand for let. Okay. Let. Let is the finite verb and sentence. Let us go home. If I write this sentence, L stand for let, and using let us form a sentence. Let us go home. So, if let is the verb, it is finite. Then in the middle os, it is called noun phrase. Then go is the verb, non-finite, that is go, non-finite verb. So, H stand for help. So, this verb tells us whether the non-finite verb will carry without to, that is will be to infinitive or bare infinitive. That is, where there is a let, then non-finite will be bare infinitive, no to will be added. This is the formula what I told you. If you find this verb as a finite verb, you should use bare infinitive, like this. Help also, help, have here 3 verbs stand for HQ. H first one help, second one have, third one here. 3 verb also takes the follow the bare infinitive. You see, the headmaster will have, the gardener plant the trees. You see, this is also plant bare infinitive. I heard her sing a song. You see, sing bare infinitive. So, this is the function of help, have and here. These are all finite verb. So, if you find this finite verb, you will use bare infinitive as non-finite verb. Then make, LHQ, then coming M. M stands for make, M stands for make. So, the headmaster made the first form, past form of the verb, that is finite verb. Os, write, that is bare infinitive. Then S for C, I saw him cross, bare infinitive. W, watch, he watched the kite rise, bare infinitive. So, you see children, she watch and subject finite verb, this is pattern see and watch. If you find see, watch, notice, notice also another word, notice, see, watch, these three things, three verbs are on our face, eye. So, you can see, you can notice, you can watch. So, these three verbs are very easy to remember, because our eyes acts like this. I can see, I can watch, I can notice. So, if three verbs comes as finite, then bare infinitive will be used. Okay. Now, you see pattern of non-finite verb. So, what type of non-finite verb are coming? So, first form is finite verb plus finite verb. So, two finite verb can go together, finite verb plus non-finite verb, finite verb plus non-finite verb can go together without anything in the middle. They can combinedly, they can jointly, they can go side by side. Finite verb will follow the non-finite verb. See, if I write I could teach mathematics. Suppose I wrote this sentence. What I told you, finite verb plus non-finite verb can go together without anything in the middle, without any noun phrase in the middle. They can go side by side. Finite can follow the non-finite. Could teach, you see, could is the finite verb, because I can change the tense, can, could and teach. That is, this is the pattern, finite verb plus finite verb. Then second, another, I expect to write, expect and to write, this is also close, this is bare, this is bare, this is to infinitive, they can go also together. Then finite verb, noun phrase plus non-finite verb. Another pattern is, there is a finite verb, in the middle there is a noun phrase, then in the third stage non-finite verb is coming. First finite verb, in the middle noun phrase, then non-finite verb is coming. You see, I want, finite verb, I want, I wanted, verb can be changed. I want my friend is the noun phrase, then to get, non-finite verb. This is the pattern of this sentence. What I told you, that finite verb, noun phrase and non-finite verb, finite verb and finite verb. You see, so what type of words, what sort of verb, what sort of verbs are coming as noun phrase in the middle of finite verb and non-finite verb. So, these are the verb or words coming. You can see verbs like advise, allow, command, compel, force, instruct, invite, order, permit, remind, tell, etc. are coming as noun phrase in the middle of finite verb and non-finite verb. Because when these verbs are used, minimum two persons, it is used between two persons. What? Someone advises to someone, something is allowed, some officer command his subordinates. So, someone compels someone, like this. So, noun phrase comes between such type of things. Okay, children. Now, see, we can also break the sentence into two simple sentences. So, in your examination exercise, you can find such type of questions. You see, the teacher, suppose here is a question, the teacher wants Ram to answer this question. So, you will be asked to break the sentence into two simple sentences. You may ask break the sentence into two simple sentences. So, the teacher is the subject, this wants verb, that means you can break the sentence into two sentences of present simple verb. The teacher wants Ram to answer the question. That means Ram will answer the question. Ram will answer the question. The teacher wants it. Ram will answer the question. The teacher wants it. If it is past tense, then Ram would answer the question. The teacher wanted it. So, this is all about non-finite verbs and finite verbs. Okay, children, I hope that you must have understood well. Thank you.